Yep, we are testing Unknown Slugs today. We're going to do this at 50 meters and at 100 meters. I'm shooting these slugs straight out of the can or the tin or the plastic holder, whatever you want to call it. No weighing, no special attention to them. This is how the shooter in the field will experience them. Yep, I've still got the old magazines. This is the Mark 1 cannon, but it's been pimped out a little bit. Power Plenum on here. It's a 7mm sniper barrel. It's got the heavy superior liner in it. I'll put all the detail down in the description. It's got the power kit set up in the inside, so it's pin probe and dual flow ports and you name it, it's got it. On the front I've got a Donner FL Koi silencer on there, and then on top I've got an Elements Helix scope, and I'm hoping to shoot some great groupings for you guys today. What I've seen at 30 meters were quite promising. I hope that we can replicate it. I do however expect that the wind is going to play havoc with these 22 grainers, because the wind is actually coming through tunnels through the trees on my right hand side, so it's actually funneling and making the wind stronger than it sounds in the microphone. But that's why I'm here. For those guys that left comments on the previous video, thank you very much. For those guys that ripped me to pieces, thank you very much. I always appreciate any criticism. And guys, this is how a shooter experiences these slugs. I haven't tunnel tested them. I haven't shot them at 1,000 of them to see which groupings are the best. This is basically an experiment to see the guy out there buying these slugs for the first time, what can he expect from them? And if it's bad results, then it's bad results. If it's good results, kudos for the manufacturer in that regard. I'm not holding anything back here. I'm not retaking any shoots. So if you see any bloopers or blimps or whatever on the screen, it's because I don't do retakes. This is the first time, honest opinion and honest truth. And that's what I stand for. Let's go and have some fun. So I'm going to try something new today. Eagle Vision scope cam for the first time on top, so I won't have a camera in front today. I want to let you guys see what I see, and then you can actually see that I'm not that good a shot in any case, so take everything with a pinch of salt. But time to let it go. I'm on minimum setting, 22 grainers, 50 meters, let's rip it. Technology is not my friend today. Didn't record the first 3, but we'll get the second 3. Yo, that was high. But at 1,037 feet per second, what do you expect? Ooh, at 1,072 feet per second, I had one flyer there on the right hand side, or that probably was me, but that's not too shabby. But I don't think these slugs like that speed that much. Let's quickly go and have a look there in front what's going on, and make a conclusion from there.
The 22 grainers was a bit disappointing at 50 meters. There are some sparks of groups at 900 feet a second, even at 929, even at 987. But the moment I push them a little bit harder, they tend to open up a bit, except for 1,075. This all points to one thing and one thing only: harmonics. And we'll see this as we go along with this video, how much of a role harmonics play. I do hope that the 100-meter results are going to look a heck of a lot better. Let's hold thumbs.
Let's get these 26 grainers downfield and see how they behave. As you can see through the scope cam vision, I don't have the best or the stablest table, but I'm going to make do with what I've got. 1040 feet per second. Sorry guys, I'm not doing these slugs any justice today. My hold is just not steady enough. My table is wiggly. I'm wiggly. So I'm gonna push through, see if I can't get better grouping, see if I can't stabilize myself a little bit. But I'm sure the slugs can do better than I'm doing currently.
The 26 grainers did however group better than the 22 grainers at this speeds, but it's a heavy superior liner. They're not supposed to shoot light slugs so accurate. At 885 we saw some nice groupings there, even at 1000, 1025 and then 1041. Now that's weird. These guys are supposed to be super accurate at 950 and that wasn't the best group. Well, time to push them harder then.
Right, so the wind pushed those 26 grainers a little bit, which was surprising. Let's see if the wind will push the 30 grainers. Well, that's a lot better at 984. Let's go and measure up and give you guys the results at 50 meters and then let's go long.
And again, I wasn't extremely happy at 50 meters. I do think these slugs can group a heck of a lot better. It looks like my gun's harmonics is slightly out of tunes with these slugs, but I'm not going to set up my gun just for a specific slug. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to see what they can do at 100 meters. Bugger this, man. Watch this.
22 grainers, 10 shots, 100 meters. Oh wow, from here that looked pretty impressive. The wind was all over the place. You could see the gusts actually pushing it from side to side to side to side. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to up the speed a little bit and see if I can hit anything decent with that as well. So let's see if I up the speed, what happens. Alright, so they're running now at 1025, 1030 feet per second. Still 100 meters, wind still gusting. Gonna give a little bit more for the wind. Oh well, that's not too bad. If you think about it, 22 grain sluggies out of a superior heavy liner that's built for 30 grain slugs and beyond. I had 1 or 2 shots a little bit down, a couple of them to the wind, but on average, I'm happy. Maybe not. Let's go and measure, then see if I'm happy or not.
Alright, so let's look at the fast one first. 1034 feet per second or 52 foot-pound energy. The first 2 shots to the left I discounted as I then allowed for the wind a lot better. And the 22 grainers actually bucked the wind quite well. I was very, very surprised. 2 low shots, unfortunate. The rest of them under 2.5 inches the right top circle. I can live with that, but you need to fine-tune them a little bit. But the moment I went to the sweet spot, 958 feet per second, just look at that grouping. That is a 2-inch grouping with 22 grainers at 100 meters in gusting winds. Now I can take them out for hunting. Let's see what the 26 grainers do.
Wow, I'm seriously unfit. 100 meters to the target and back twice. Yeah, look at this, no air. I pulled them out for work. What else can I do? But luckily today, we've got nice sunshine, wind is blowing. But I'm getting better. Hopefully I'm getting better. Time for the 26 grainers at 100 meters. Let's rip them. 10 shots, power setting 1.
So this is the view through the new scope cam at the target, and you can see that my camera is perilously close to that target, and you can also get an indication of the holdover that I need to allow for the wind. But without any further ado, let's rather zoom into the close-up camera.
Oh, will the wind please make up its mind? Gee whiz, left, right, left, right, left, right the whole time. Come on, wind. Alright, let's up the power a little bit. Probably not the best grouping in the world. Slightly up and down, that worries me. The wind was actually quite steady. Not steady, but the windage was steady on the shots. Time to go measure up, give you guys the results on the 26 grainers.
The slugs actually surprised me at such a slow speed, 887 feet per second. If I nitpick, 5 of those shots are under an inch. The rest of them, yes, that's why I shoot 10. Now, over to the faster one at 959 feet per second. Now that's a decent grouping at 2.1 inches, 100 meters in spectacular awful wind. That's not too shabby. That is a rock pigeon any day at 100 meters in wind. Beautiful. But I think with a little bit of harmonic tuning, we can even do better. Time to let the big boys rip. Let's go and play with the 30 grainers.
Time for the hard hitting 30 grainers, 100 meters. Alright, except for one that got away from me, the rest are quite good. Straight flat line, that means that's just windage. Wind pushed them a little bit. Now that's a lot better. And that's a small difference between speed. I upped the speed from 965 feet a second to 985 feet a second, all the way to my maximum power setting. And all of a sudden that grouping just went yip, smaller. And that's all about harmonics and proof of harmonics. I also had to dial down 2 clicks on the scope, about yay far in the front, just to bring that one a little bit in line. Looking in hindsight, I could have done 3 clicks on that. But with that, I'm happy. Let's go and measure up and give you guys the final results on this. My greatness.
Now this is a compliment to FX again. By simply adjusting 1 click, I managed to go from going yuck to oh my greatness, there's potential. Just by 1 small little click. Alright, that click did make a 20 foot per second difference, but it made a massive difference to the harmonics of the gun and the accuracy. Well, this is the nice thing about slugs and shooting. I get to learn something new every single day. So, let's go for a final wrap up, and then I'm out of here.
Right, so let's quickly conclude the 100 meters on the unknowns. Well, if I look at the 22 grainers, freaking awesome. If I look at the second one, not so awesome. So it just plays, the harmonics of the gun plays a massive role. But I'm certain if I fine tune my gun a little bit, I can get that grouping even tighter. And I saw exactly the same on the 26 grainers, where you get a better group at a different speed at 100 meters. That is under 2 inches, ladies and gentlemen. Looks awesome and awful on the camera, but if I measure it, under 2 inches. Again, different speeds. And I did the exact same with the 30 grainers. Now, you won't put those slugs in your gun. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. But, by just changing the speed a little bit, look at that. Now that is just windage, side to side. That is under 1 inch in height. And that's the stability of the slugs. So that, again, just a small little speed adjustment. And wow, what a difference in results. So from my side, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, watch out for the new videos. I've got the JSBs coming out in 75 meters, that's in the 216s and the 217s out of the same gun. That will be in the next video. And then I'll also do that's 75 meters, by the way. And then I'll also do another video on how slow can they go, which I did at 30 meters, but this time I'm also going to stretch it to 75 meters. And I want to give you guys an indication of how much drop there is if I go slower and slower with this. So it'll give you an idea. I'm going to shoot hold over for that video, just to make it a bit more interesting and realistic for you guys. And hopefully I can get the Eagle Cam to work this time around. Love it.
That's all, folks.